we're about to have a conversation about the fashion trends that you're going to see for 2024. What are the trends that you're going to be seeing? I am glad we're done with the micro trends. Let me just start with that, okay? Very happy. Saw a lot of maximalism, a lot of 70s, 60s, 50s so quickly. Like it was a trend every 2-3 weeks. I think we were locked up, we were kind of losing our minds, guys. Kind of, I think, taking a breath, and we've now evolved as a society. And I think we're going back into like phases. Loves, I'm Maria, the Maria Friday on all social media platforms. And these are 7 trends that I think we're going to be seeing a lot of in 2024. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this fashion trends for 2024. Yeah, quiet luxury really brought about this kind of minimal closet, minimal look. And if you know me, you should know that I am actually a very big like minimal closet person. I think we should have a minimal closet to start your closet with. When I wasn't making that much money and I was in college and I only had a few amount of money in my pocket to buy the kind of clothes that I wanted, I didn't have that much space in my closet. There were so many factors that limited what I could buy and what I had at the time. What I relied on was a minimal closet, a couple of pants in the basic colors. I have a guide for this and I talk about this all the time, but it's available for you. You can look at it. We've now moved away from this quiet luxury, which became very loud so very quickly. And thank God we are out of the quiet luxury phase. Deliver us all from this quiet luxury. Okay, so the fact that we were all trying to achieve the back tax bracket of someone who is a multi-millionaire, a billionaire for that matter, thanks to Session. What are you guys doing? Anyway, we are post that. We've moved on, but there's still remnants of it. You're gonna see a lot of button downs, a lot of pantsuits, a lot of classic colors. Obviously, I do think a minimal closet is an essential foundation. It's a foundation for building an even more complex, unique closet. A complex, unique closet means that it is unique to you. And if that is the case for everybody, that means that everybody has one. But what makes you unique with everybody is what is considered your or my wardrobe. Again, it looks like a lot of tailored pants, tailored jackets, tailored suits, obviously grays, whites, blues, navies, black, white, the basic colors. So that's still gonna be a very strong presence, I think, as we go into 2024. Now let's get into it. Lengths. We're gonna be seeing a lot of extreme lengths. Okay, we're gonna be seeing a lot of mod short dresses and even micro mini skirts, but at the same time we're also gonna be seeing a lot of long maxi skirts, sheer skirts, denim skirts, poofy skirts, all of those type of skirts. But we're also going to be seeing a lot of the micro like dresses, 60s mod dresses, Twiggy. Imagine like that Twiggy image, which is like the iconic like 60s model of the UK at the time. Think those type of dresses, they're going to be back in. And if you don't believe me, see a lot of what self-portrait is really popular right now, and I love self-portrait myself. Sandro is really popular right now, and you see a lot of those like either micro skirts, micro dresses that it's like that looks borderline short, because that's where we're going. It's like it's a circular thing. Like people move towards certain things, and that informs the people who make the clothes, which in turn they see what people are saying, and then they say, oh, this is how we can interpret it. So it's kind of like a cycle, right? I'm just saying that we're going to see more of the maxi skirts that are long. Though that trend started about a year ago, it's going to stay on, in my personal opinion. Now, I think we are going to see a lot of the shorter skirts. Of course, summer is coming, okay? And as summer is starting to come, it's getting a little bit hotter, all right? We're seeing hotter temperatures happening right now. So, of course, we're going to see shorts happening, but we're going to see a lot of, like I said, shorts. Like very 60 pixie mod style, almost like period pieces, things that feel very of a time period, very 90s or very 80s or very 70s. It's going to, okay, we are in this recession time, so people are scaling back. We went through this period after COVID where we were spending a lot of money. The typical average American was spending a lot of money because we were locked in at home for a long time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Sometimes, yeah, I fall into this category too myself because we were locked at home the whole time. We lived in fantasy world and we had a lot of typical Americans had a lot of disposable income because you were home the whole time and you had nowhere to go. Then everybody had everywhere to go and you had a lot of disposable income. So the rise in luxury purchases went up so much after COVID. And then after that, we've now kind of seen obviously the recession, job issues, economical issues, wars and things like that. Crazy. Everything is super expensive right now. So we are in those times. So it absolutely makes sense why we are seeing these like styles and clothing where people are scaling back. It absolutely makes sense. Okay. So to say, oh my God, everyone's dressed the same. It's because, well, the money isn't what it was before. The money doesn't go as far as what it did before. So I'm going to buy a couple of things that I actually like and I'm going to reuse. Makes sense. And I think it actually will create a lot of like really strong closets for people in the long run, because I think eventually people are going to end up just buying, literally just having the essential stuff that they really truly need and will use over and over again. And as obviously trends move again, like hyper colors come in and all of that type of stuff, then we're gonna see, I think, eventually a rise of different trends. But you already have a base. So I'm not here to shade you. If you're already on a minimalist capsule girly, all the best of luck to you. We're seeing a lot of that because of the economic times we're in, the shows that we watch, the Instagrams that we see, the TikToks that we see, the YouTubes that we see, and that like affects how we want to associate. So number 3 for me will be textures. And I mentioned this earlier. Obviously, as I go in the video, you're going to see me touch upon different topics because they are all relating. That's why I'm talking about the trends we'll see for 2024. That you see a lot of white, a lot of sheers, a lot of romantic pieces, bow tie. And because of the romantic themes, there's a lot of sheer, a lot of clothing. Even my wedding dress was a romantic theme. If you saw my TikTok mentioned how my dress was obviously going after this like Pride and Prejudice garden theme, because it was like a romantic theme. So I think we are seeing a lot of that, not just in weddings, but in general. So there's a lot of sheer, a lot of tulle, whatever you want to call her. Obviously, the Renaissance tour was very silver heavy. And because it was very silver heavy, a lot of people went out and bought silver things, myself included. Always loved to wear silver, always like to mix match my jewelry, but I just never really ventured into buying silver in my closet. And I think that opportunity of seeing a lot of people go to the concert wearing a lot of silver things in the most extreme form. Of course, seeing Beyonce herself wearing very, very colorful, interesting silver clothing made you realize the possibility that you could do with silver. And I think because people saw those possibilities and people saw all the concerts and outfits, it really inspired a generation, to be honest. And that is the impact of a great artist. Let's be real. So yes, I myself have been influenced by the gold and silver. I got this as a gift. I'm loving it. Okay. But it's because I talked about this forever. Okay. Forever. I actually wish I got this before the wedding, but trend. Okay. This is a trend, y'all. Having a gold piece, having a silver piece in your closet is like an essential to have. I think, we end up going for a lot of these basic closets and we end up not really having some fun. Next one, accessories. I have been very much accessory girly in 2023. I don't know if it's because I turned 30. I don't know what it is, but I've become accessory girly. And I think a lot of people have become accessory people too. Accessories elevate your outfit without you having to literally buy a whole new outfit. You don't have to buy a damn thing other than maybe a belt, some new shoes, a new bag, and all of a sudden you're a new person, right? And I've been really into the bag and shoes recently, which I kind of really needed because I'd obviously bought a lot of clothing and I have lots of clothes. And I'm actually on my no spend January and February, maybe even March. But you will see a haul, but that was stuff that I ordered before the new year, so can't hold me to it. Literally can't hold me to it. Accessories in 2024 that I think are popping off really right now: bags, hobo bags. I myself have a couple of hobo bags. I have the Teen Jody We've clearly seen the Loewe, the hobo bag. We've seen the flamenco from Loewe. Also another one that really popped up. We've seen the literal hobo bag from Bottega, the new season that just came out. Their hop bag, I believe. That is another one. So we see a lot of, it is still a trend that is still holding on. Everyone is embracing it. Just huge bags that are able to be tucked in, hobo bags you can sling over. And that is a very popular trend right now. Now, we're going to see, like I said, we're going to see very, very, very interesting hobo bags, big bags, things that you can stuff under your shoulders, just carry with you. I was actually, my fiance is like, I don't get why you would pay thousands of dollars for a hobo looking bag that's like literally redundant. And I think that is kind of the point, or maybe that the style influenced the name or the name influenced the style. I don't know. I did not create the name. But that is the look you're going to see a lot of. Something else we're really going to be seeing a lot of are belts. I've seen that belts are really popping off recently. Belts and buckles are very interesting. You've seen the Celine buckle that almost looks like an oval. We've seen obviously the Bottega triangle buckle itself. All these really interesting buckles that are actually popping off. So even something cliche like the Ferragamo buckle belt in itself, the geometric aspect of it, people tend to lean toward things like that. So I've seen a lot of rise in just big buckles or just interesting buckles in general. Fun buckles. It's something that's been carried over from like the Gucci belt phase, and then we've seen the Celine Triomphe belt phase that came through recently. We've obviously seen the Louis Vuitton belt. All those belts, we've now kind of gone past the name, and I think we're seeing more shape, big shapes, interesting shapes, but buckles that are very interesting are very in right now. A trend that I've been loving myself, I can't even lie, are the slingback heels. I am obsessed with them. Now, they're not really new, and we're all loving it. I think it is classy. It is still in that minimal closet aesthetic, that Secession style wardrobe, I would say, where it's like classy, elegant, but still a little revealing with the little back of the heel action, okay? But it is, right? Slingback heels are very popular right now. We're seeing them in every single color, everywhere. The classics or the popular ones that I've really seen obviously are black. Red is really on the rise as well. Classic beige color, white color, minimal colors, minimal closet colors or capsule closet colors are very, very popular for the slingback heels right now. But yeah, it's a trend that I'm loving right now. A big, big, big trend that I absolutely love is the slingback heels. I am obsessed with slingback heels myself. I can't even lie. They just look classy. They look put together, but at the same time, it's mostly comfortable. You know, we're gonna see the Mary Janes. We're gonna see a lot more of. We're definitely gonna still see the flats. We are in that recession core. We are in that Secession era. And I think also there's this really interesting thing that's happening with Gen Z, right? Gen Z tends to wear a lot of flats, comfortable shoes. The Samba really went popular. I am still also very much like, if I am going to an elegant or classy place, I am going to put on wear sneakers to meet up with friends, to restaurants, bars, and stuff like that when it's a bit more casual. But I have noticed with Gen Z in general, there's this big trend where it's just wearing sneakers for everything. So before it used to be the dad sneakers. So we saw the Fila ones, which were very popular in 2020, 2021. And then we went into like more futuristic looks. And now we have now landed in the opposite side where we're going with the comfortable, simple look. We're seeing a lot of flats, a lot of slim backs. And so those are the type of things that I think, again, tied to the economy, tied to society, tied to everything that's going on right now. But yeah, that's what we're going to be seeing. Times, I guess I'm easily suggestible. So I see it all the time, and eventually I give in and I don't mind it, depending on the flats and the occasion, like I said. But it is worth exploring if you really want to get into this trend. I do think it's a classic shoe trend. If you are going to get them, get something that fits your lifestyle. Don't get something because an influencer or someone you saw online got some super cool color and you think you wear it. They have an intent and purpose for that. They might have gotten it for free. It might just be something that they think they'll wear a lot. It might not fit for you. You get the styles that fit your lifestyle, and you should be good. A lot of the trends that we're falling in right now are actually not that bad for your closet, in my opinion, because it talks about or it alludes to the minimal closet, and because of that, you will have a strong foundation when it comes to building your own personal wardrobe. Now we're talking about outerwear. 2022 and 2023 was that whole quiet luxury era, and quiet luxury, if you actually looked at what the trend entailed was obviously a bunch of expensive things, but also a lot of tailored look, tapered look, things that look clean, polished, bespoke to each person. That's really what quiet luxury or luxury really is anyway, but that was what people were emulating, right? So when we're now moving forward from that, we're going with this oversized dad blazers that we all have in our closet from 2020 to 2021, 2022 and 2023 hit. And in order to adapt to that style, cinch it in, use a belt, you're good to go. Use the belts and the different patterns and buckles and things that I've also talked about in the other videos, and use it to spice up your outfit. It creates volume, it creates shape. And a lot of the outerwear that we're gonna see this year, blazers, cardigans, vests. Expect to see a lot of vests because we're tapping into that 80s, 90s aesthetic. Expect to see a lot of cardigans because we're going again with the prep look and that really like clean aesthetic that's very popular right now. Vests, again, it's wintry season, so people are wearing vests, cardigans, puffers, jackets. As we take those off, what is left underneath? It hits a 90s and 80s trend, of course, but at the same time, it's that adaptive seasonal change. And so those vests and cardigans are off more into like the blazers for like throughout the year. And then last but not colors in general, we're gonna see a lot of deep reds in general, prune, deep purples. You've seen a lot of the Barolo color come out with the Bottega. You've seen the prune color come out with Loewe. You've seen like deep colors come out with like Gucci. Places like, obviously, like I said, seasonal as well. Deep colors and plaid and things like that fall into the fall and winter season. So because deep colors fall into the seasons, and that's where we're at right now, we are seeing that like really holding fast. The reds, even bright reds, we've seen a lot of red this season, and I think that it's gonna go into pastels in the spring. So pastels for spring, groundbreaking, right? But it is true, it tends to lighten up towards the spring. People are feeling airy and light. Everything in the human condition also affects what we wear, and people see that, and brands see that, and companies see that, so they create more in that space, knowing consumer behavior. Okay, so they know that consumers, it's spring, they want to wear colorful clothes. So it goes from deep red. We're going to see a lot of bright colorful blues, a lot of colorful like whites, blues. It'll probably, to be honest with you, cycle again towards the end of 2024, and you see deeper rich colors coming for the next year. Comment, let me know what you think is going to happen for 2024, because I really am interested to see if some of our logic and thinking is the same. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you've liked anything I talked about, go ahead and click that subscribe button. I will be doing analysis videos like these all the time. I always do them. So let me know if you like this type of videos. Comment below what you think trends wise or color wise or texture wise for 2024. I would love to hear your opinion. And until next time,